Presbyterian Disaster Assistance is the emergency and refugee program of the Presbyterian Church. And our work and the work of the staff is, like you mentioned, is funded through the One Great Hour of Sharing. And it provides assistance to different communities, both national and international, to witness the healing and of love of Christ through caring on communities that are in many occasions affected by catastrophic events or man-made disasters too. Right now on the news and everywhere is the conversation about Ukraine, which is important and necessary. The situation is sad and difficult, but sadly that doesn't mean that there's not other things happening around the world. And one thing that I always say is that not because it's not in social media doesn't mean that it's not happening. And for us, it's important here in PDA and in our church to be attentive and to be aware of the situations going on in different places. Of course, this crisis in Ukraine is affecting millions of people, not only inside Ukraine, but the surrounding communities. And PDA has been partnering with different organizations that is providing assistance to the refugees being affected by this and going to different countries to find refuge. And we have been providing through our partners assistance in different ways with food and necessary materials for them to continue facing this difficult situation. As you know, not only we have the international and national response, but we also have a personnel that works with refugee, an area on our ministry that deals directly with the refugee situation in different parts of the world. And Susan Crable, who's the person in charge of that area, it has been responding to this disaster, connecting with, like I mentioned, partners, because PDA, the great part of our work depends on partners all over the world, who are the people who know and understand the situations and are local and are involved with the communities, are trusted by communities, and we partner with them. We create a relationship with them to be able to respond to different disasters. And at the same time, the situation with Ukraine is happening, there's other situations going on in the world. When for example, to give you an idea, when this pandemic that still happens, that's still here, what's in 2020, 2021, and everyone was talking about the pandemic. One of the things that I mentioned is the pandemic didn't stop the disasters. The pandemic didn't stop the hurricanes from happening. Sadly, didn't stop the earthquakes from happening or the wildfires from happening. Things are still happening around the world besides and in addition to the pandemic. And we need to be always attentive to that. And PDA is always responding to that. So the power of $1 together with the dollar from other programs, other families, other churches, other donors, helps immensely be able to partner up with these organizations that know what is happening and know the best ways to respond.